Hello and back to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a team that I already showcased last time this cup was around. A lot of people got legend with this team here, and also I saw someone already getting to legend with this team pretty early in the season, and they tagged me of course as well, because I was the one that at least made this team back in the day, and this team is around Milotic. If you have a Milotic laying around like 100% version, you might want to build it just for this cup if you are interested in playing this team. This team is pretty cool, to be honest, and it's still pretty decent even in the current meta, as we have the lead of the Excadrill here, we have the Say Swap usually of the Milotic. Milotic can run the move Blizzard here, which is going to allow it to destroy something like for example, a Gyarados as well, or a Dragonite with it, which is going to be pretty nice. And Milotic in general is just a different version of the Gyarados. And Milotic doesn't really make too much sense, to be honest, if you don't run Gyarados at the same team. But if you run in the same team, it's pretty cool, to be honest. As you can see here, first game we can hit a Blizzard already, which is going to one-shot this Pokemon, and they're going to surrender here as well. Next opponent, we're going to see Excadrill against Togekiss. Pretty decent lead for us. We can stay in here. They swap out into their Snorlax. And maybe I should have actually swapped out already, but we go for one drill run here. And now we can swap into... Actually, I think I should have... I don't know. I'm going to swap into my Milotic here, as we're going to be able to tank those moves. Milotic is pretty bulky, has access to the move Dragon Tail and also theoretically to the move Waterfall, but I guess Dragon Tail is a little bit safer as a Say Swap here, as you're going to most likely bait out the Dragon types anyway. We're going to see them go for one Body Slam here. Usually they have an answer for Steel types in the back if they run a Charmander in the lead, so I'm curious what's going to be. Usually something like an Excadrill as well, so maybe they are still weak to our Excadrill. We will find out shortly as they go for another Body Slam against our Gyarados here. I think we're going to swap out here, trying to get some extra energy with our Excadrill. We have so much energy stored now, but it's going to be actually a Gyarados from the opponent, which is going to be a little bit tricky. They go and farm us down pretty easily there with their fast move Waterfall. I like Waterfall version of this Pokemon kinda got more common recently, which is kinda annoying for me. But like this, it's pretty much impossible to still win this game. We're going to go down here, I think, to this charge move. Yeah, I'm going to even no-shield it. We needed like 2 charge moves to KO them here. Or we needed like a Hydro Cannon or like Hydro Pump as a charge move, which we also didn't have here. Next opponent, already legend. I guess they try to spice around a little bit with the Luxray here. Very good lead for us, and also very good Say Swap for us with the Gyarados with the Waterfall version, as we run the Dragon Breath version. And we easily should be able to realign our Pokemon here. Unless they hit me like with an Outrage or something, we should be fine. Yeah, it's not the best thing, and especially as they can get to another move here, it's a little bit tricky, but we can still realign. They have Snarl on the Luxray instead of Spark, which means that they're going to get to the charge moves a little bit faster, but have some issues otherwise, as we see a Heracross coming in. And like this, a very decent game kinda turned out a little bit bad, but maybe we can do something against the Heracross here. Let's see. We can go ahead and we can go for some Surfs, hopefully. They go straight for the close combat, which allows us to now go for 2 Surfs, which should KO them, as they're already debuffed and they're actually not going to throw another charge move either, which means we still have our shield left. We can go directly into our into our Excadrill here, and we can just shield this move up, because I expect them to run Crunch, and they run Crunch, which I'm not sure it would have KO'd me, but I'm not gonna take any chances here, as this will KO them with the Draw Run here. And we see the next opponent, Pranav, one of the best battlers in the world as well, also a streamer. If you want to check him out on Twitch, please do this. Very good guy in general, like he's really good in the regionals as well. Wouldn't be surprised if he can get to the Japan finals there, but we will see here that they have an Excadrill Say Swap. So far so good for us. We're actually in a pretty decent spot, as we can still survive one Rock Slide. I'm still going to shield here for whatever reason, but we can go ahead, go for one more Awkward Tail, and we will see that we should be able to hit another Awkward Tail here as well. I think we can let it go through. Yeah, we can let it go through. They actually swap into the Dragonite, and I don't get to another charge move here. And now the game kinda turns a little bit. I'm gonna go into my Excadrill now, go for one more charge move, as this should put him into a range where I can just farm down with my Milotic. But I'm not sure, like they're still going to get to another move here, which is going to be the superpower. And it's turning out a little bit bad for us as they have a Gyarados in the back. And it's going to be a little bit tough. We have to hope that we can still reach the Blizzard and let it go through, but they actually can get through the crunch. And like this, the game is kind of over. I think I had to let it go through anyway, so like I don't think I had really a different chance there, but I'm not sure. Maybe I could have played it differently, but I'm pretty sure that they have like an answer in the back there with the extra drill anyway. They had energy on this Pokemon, so we are kind of screwed here. And good game there. Like, looked for a good force for most part of the game, but like at the end, it didn't really matter. We see a Primarina in the lead. Primarina is some Pokemon that I really hate to face. I think it's maybe even one of the best Pokemon in the meta, just because it beats like so many of those current meta threats. Of course, you're still going to lose against Steel types usually, but you don't know if it runs Waterfall or Charm either, which can then bait you into the wrong Pokemon, which happened to me in different teams before already. And yeah, Primarina itself is such a good Pokemon just because of the typing. Having the part Water type makes it so much better, to be honest, than compared to other Charm users, but I still don't really want to build one, so my opponents definitely have some kind of advantage here as we see an Excadrill coming in against us. Excadrill, of course, going to be a good-ish matchup for our own Excadrill, but we are one shield down usually, but we're going to be able to catch a move here on our Milotic, which is going to make this matchup a little bit better, but we cannot really use shields here, so I have to hope that we can get to another Surf in time, which is not guaranteed, and we will see that we can at least get to one Surf, but if they can farm us down now, we're still kinda screwed, to be honest, so let's see what's going to happen here. They can farm us down with the Primarina, which is nice because I let the move go through, and we can shield up their charge move, which means we're going to be able to actually, I think, still win the game, even though if they just shielded before, I think they would have won. Like, I don't think I would have had a chance, but I'm not sure. Maybe I just missed something where I would have won as well, but like this, where I would have lost as well, but like this, we're going to be able to win this, and this is going to be a good game. Next opponent, we will see here a Dragonite lead. Dragonite lead is pretty decent for us. We can go straight for the Rock Slide. Sometimes people want to catch this move, but this time they didn't, and this is fine for us as we can try to catch the move on our Milotic, but it doesn't really matter anyway, as we're going to be able to farm this thing down with both of our Pokemon in the back, as long as we can align them at this Pokemon. But we will see the Snorlax coming in here. I'm still jealous of everybody who has a good Shadow Snorlax. Shadow Snorlax is one of the best, if like one of the best Pokemon in the meta right now as well. It's just so solid. There are next to no fighting types currently played in this meta. So that's also why Conkeldurr, for example, would be a good Pokemon, which you most likely already saw on my channel. As we see here that we can still farm them down. They're most likely not going to go into their Dragonite again, they go into their Excadrill, which is okay for us. I think we are pretty fine in this kind of scenario here, as we have some extra energy. And we also have our own Excadrill where we can try to catch the move on, but we're actually going to go ahead and shield up the Rock Slide. We will see that we can go for one more Awkward Tail here. And this Awkward Tail should get the shield from the opponent. I don't think they're going to let this go. They throw another charge move here. Going to be a little bit closer now, to be honest. I tried to farm it down, but didn't work out. They go into their own Dragonite now, which is going to be a tough one as we go for the Rock Slide. They have to shield. And I'm not sure we can still win this. We have to see. They go for the superpower here, KOing us. I think they already had another charge move. They are. We should be able to still survive it. And we should be able to farm it all the way down, get to one Awkward Tail, and win the game here. Good game to my opponent. The Gyarados in general is also so good. I think I should build another one, but like I am still fine with my 14-14-14 version here. Of course, a Hundo is better, but I already powered up my Hundo for the Master League, so I don't think it's really helping me that much. In general, I'm not the biggest fan of the Master League and the Ultra League format currently. I really enjoy like Great League Cups, but Master League and Ultra League kinda got screwed for me since XL was an update there. The XL update basically made both of those leagues kinda uncertain to invest in, so yeah, I don't really want to put too much Stardust into those leagues and rather concentrate on the Great League format, to be honest. It's also good that the Great League format is the main format. Imagine like having regionals in the Master League. It would be a nightmare. We see an opponent here having the Metagross against us, and we're going to see that we can farm them all the way down here. They go ahead and go back into their Dragonite. We try to farm them down. They try to catch the move. Didn't work out for them. And they can catch Awkward Tail here now, which I think they decided to surrender now anyway. I don't think they're even tapping anymore. they're going to let this move go through, and we will be able to win the game pretty easily here. Next opponent, we're going to see Excadrill against Excadrill. Kind of neutral matchup, but of course we have two water types in the back, so I'm going to try to catch one charge move later on. I'm looking here currently on how the opponent is playing. They're actually going for the Rock Slide just to make fun, because everybody's going to shield here anyway. And we're going to try this catch now onto our Gyarados, which works out pretty well. Let's see if we get hard countered in the back. I'm pretty sure I already know kind of what kind of team they might have in the back. Very good catch of them, but yeah, we see a Gyarados coming in. Right now, the most common team that's used in higher ranks, like, well, I'm in higher ranks here on leaderboards and whatever, is, like, there are actually two. Like, there's one time the double fairy team, which is like with double charm, and another time there is the Excadrill or like some other steel type Gyarados and Dragonite team, which is literally everywhere. And of course my opponent as well has this here. We sadly don't get to the crunch, which is very important that we, like, if we could have got to the crunch, we would have had such a better match up there, as we can go into our Milotic now and catch the move here. But yeah, it doesn't look too good. Like, if I had the crunch, this thing would already be gone at this point of time, which would have been nice because we would have been able to then also win the game. But like this, I don't think we're going to be able to. So yeah, kind of sad, as they're going to go into the Excadrill now and I can just forfeit. Just not getting to the crunch by 1 HP in Dream. There would definitely a better IV Gyarados would have helped me. We see a guard jump against us here. We're going to try to catch the Sand Tomb on our Milotic. Milotic will take those moves pretty easily. They're going to actually stay in here and go for another charge move. This was a little bit too fast in my opinion, so I don't think it's an actual hard-hitting charge move. It's just a Sand Tomb again. Means we can go for one Surf. This will put them into a range where we can KO them afterwards, and we would be able to farm them down, but they go into their own Excadrill here, I think, and this is fine for us as we can get farmed down, but we got already one shield. We have a ton of energy in our own Excadrill here, and we can go for one Drill Run here, and we can go ahead, shield this move up, and go for another one. And we should be pretty fine. We should get out of here with one shield advantage, and we will be able to KO the opponent's Excadrill here pretty easily. As they go back into the guard jump, we farm them down, and we will see that they surrender. I'm not sure what they had in the back, to be honest. Maybe a Metagross. Metagross would make some sense at least, as we see a Dragonite in the lead against us. Again, we can go for one Rock Slide against this matchup in the lead. We can swap out now and to our Milotic, and we will be able to do some super effective damage with our fast move, as we see a Togekiss coming in. This is the cool thing about Milotic. We have access to a Blizzard. People don't really know, and people are not going to shield it. And we can still even get to another Surf here against this Togekiss, which is amazing, as we will be able to knock this thing out. I think this is actually against one of the top 4 people who played in London for the World Championship, which is kind of cool. And we will be able to take this Dragon Claw from the Dragonite as well, go into our Excadrill, shield up the potential superpower here, which is going to be a Dragon Claw still, but we put them into a range where one Rock Slide will KO them. We overfarmed a little bit just in case, and we will see that they're going to shield this move up, but it doesn't really help them, as we can go for another one in time, KOing their Dragonite and winning the game there. As I don't know where the recording cut out there, but it's fine, and we will see an opponent here with the Metagross. Metagross will go down to our Excadrill, of course. Excadrill is pretty decent against the Metagross, as we will see here as well. They go into a Dragonite now. Fine for us as well. That's actually really good for us. We can go ahead and go now into our Milotic, trying to catch the move. Worked out perfectly. Let's see if it's a superpower or not. It's a Dragon Claw, and we will be able to now farm this thing all the way down. We're still going to be able to survive any kind of charge move here. And we have now a shield advantage, we have switch advantage, we have our Milotic pretty low, so they don't get as much farm anymore. We know already that they have a Metagross. They actually throw immediately, which is fine for us. And we are in such a good spot here that I'm not really worried too much, as we see a Hexorus coming in. This is still fine, as they kind of want to shield this move, but they don't even shield this move, and we can farm them down with our own our own Gyarados here, and we will be able to win the final game by just going for some crunches against the opponent's Metagross here. We have a shield advantage, we have a better matchup here, and that's going to be it for this team here. This team was really fun to play. It's still very good. I don't think it's like the best anymore, but it's still fun to play, and definitely some solid addition to the meta here, especially like Milotic. It's pretty cool. I know that someone got Legend already with this season, so congrats to you if you see this video. And that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.